You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hey there, Sprouts. Today is Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. Today is also the feast day of Our Lady of Sorrows. This, of course, is a Marian feast day. And today is a great reminder that no matter what sort of pain or sorrows you might be carrying with you, Mary, our great Mother in heaven, understands. And she longs to be near you and to comfort you. Now, Sprouts, this week we are talking about defenses for the existence of God, clues that help us really know for certain that God exists. Yesterday we talked about the universe and how God must have began the universe. Today we're going to look at something a little bit smaller, something you feel inside of you every day, and this is common morality. Now, morality can be used in lots of different ways, but the way we're using it today is that feeling inside of you where you just know that something is either right or wrong. It can also be kind of called like our conscience. Now, all people seem to sort of share a common set of morals. And if you have any little toddlers in your family, you know this true. Even when they can just barely know how to talk, they know that certain things are right and certain things are wrong. If you try to take a toy from a toddler, what will they say? They'll say, "That's mine, that's mine," right? They have this sense inside of them, even without being told, that people should not take things that don't belong to them. Also, let's say you're at the grocery store and there's a big line of people from all over the world speaking all different types of languages, super long line. Now, let's say that someone comes and tries to budge toward the front of the line. What will everybody in line say? "Hey, you can't do that. That's not fair." Right? The idea of cutting in front of people or cheating in any way, we all feel this inside of ourselves that this is wrong. Now, where does this sense of right and wrong come from? Some people say that it's something we're taught by our parents, that as we grow up, they teach us things. But did anybody need to teach that toddler that you shouldn't take what doesn't belong to you? And did anyone ever really need to tell you that you can't jump ahead of someone in line? And even in these big issues about lying or taking another person's life, we all feel that inside of us that this is wrong. Well, where did that come from? If we really reflect on it, we realize that inside of us, there's a natural law written in our hearts. We don't know where it came from. And even if you meet someone from the other side of the world, even if they belong to a different religion or a different political system, they're going to share these certain ideas that we need to be honest, that we don't steal, just very basic things, but we agree. And where did that come from? Well, the only logical explanation is that we all have the same creator, and that when he created us, he wrote something on our hearts, a common code of morality, that we bear the marker of our Maker, that we all feel these things and know them to be true because he created us this way. Now, some people will argue that if you look through history, there are certain civilizations or time periods where they actually got morality totally wrong. If you look, for example, at the American history, there was a big part of our history where slavery was legal. And I think we can all agree that owning another person and treating him or her like property is wrong. Now, they had that wrong, but the fact that we can all sit together and look back on history and say, hey, that was wrong, means that once again, we're united in this common morality. And the only logical sense is not that we just got it from our parents, because we'd have to wonder, well, our parents got it from their parents and our grandparents and great-grandparents, but who gave it to them at the very beginning? The very beginning, it was God. God wrote his law on our hearts. So not only is God the beginning of the universe, that force outside of the universe that created everything, he also created me. And I know this because his fingerprint is on my soul. The morality that guides me, even though I didn't have to learn it anywhere, God put that there. So that is a second clue that God truly does exist. Now, again, as you reflect on our great Maker, our great Father in heaven, let's again say in Our Father, just really thank him for his fingerprints on our soul, and that we might be better attuned to that natural law he has given us to respect ourselves and to respect other people. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God created you to be. A quick word to the parents. The Domestic Church Project app is open and enrolling families, but for this week only. Now, before you tune me out, I really want to encourage you that this is the time. This is the time to go through this course, to learn how to teach the faith in your home, and to truly build your domestic church. This has never been more important. Your family needs to learn to pray together and to speak about the faith together, because we do not live in a world that supports our faith, that supports our morality. We need to learn how to teach our children ourselves. So even if you feel totally inadequate when it comes to teaching the faith, even if your spouse is not Catholic, even if you're very busy, even if you think your kids might complain, we have had hundreds of families go through this program and had amazing success. Please join us. You can find a link to enroll or to find out more information in the notes for this podcast episode. Do not miss this opportunity. My husband Bill and I will be leading a group live through our 6-week boot camp to help you build your domestic church. We will get to know you. We will meet weekly. We are excited to hold your hand and help you do this so that your family might truly live in a domestic church, a school of love, and together become saints.
This show is a production of the Spoke Street Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, visit spokestreet.com.